You are absolutely not here by mistake, but you're here on purpose and you're here by design. So we want to thank each and every single one of you for being on the training today. And I simply want to start by saying this: when the doldrums of life make you feel as though your back is up against the wall, we have a couple of choices in life. We either lie there and give up, or we bounce back to accomplish our mission, goals, and dreams in life. And I want to ask you a simple question this morning. Which are you going to choose? Are you going to choose there to stay there stagnant in your comfort zone where you're at? Or are you going to be like Mr. Hill when you're sick and tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted? Are you going to step and stretch yourself outside your comfort zone to accomplish your mission, goals, and dreams? And that's exactly what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering the Dreams and Goals worksheet. And I'm going to share a couple of things with you, and I'll get off the stage and let someone else present. But I've often heard that, a good presenter has to be brainy, bold, and brief. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be brainy, bold, but I also want to be brief today, but get the message across. So when it comes to this goals and dreams worksheet, and I'll pull that up in just a second, and I'll share my screen with you. Um, Before we can even get to accomplishing a goal in our life, we need to start this thing off with a dream. Where do you envision yourself at? Some people go, well, Scott, I've heard people tell me all the time, hey, I don't really have a dream. I don't have any desires. But the good book tells us eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what God has in store for those that love him. Sometimes you might be sitting at a traffic light, and then this dream, this thing all of a sudden smacks you upside your head while you're at the traffic light. The light's so bright and the idea is so bright, you don't even see the green light, and you got people honking behind you, snapping you out of this realm you're in so you can get moving. But I just want to share something with you: a dream, a vision, a goal, a desire. These are all things um, most of us know we need when we are working towards success, but have somewhere along the line forgotten why it's so important we follow through with them. So I'm just going to share about 4 points with you, and then I'll show you the sheet. The secret of living is giving. If you follow your dreams, then you will have something worth sharing with others: hope, inspiration, and a meaning to live. And that to me is a great contribution. It was Horace Mann that says we should be ashamed to die until we've made some sort of contribution to humanity. So we need to sit and dream and think about how can we contribute more for others. Because if this is all about us, if you're on here just simply because you want to figure out how to get rich, how to get free, and you haven't thought of somebody else that you can help in the process, you've already failed. If you're here for your own selfish reasons without having somebody else in mind to help and bless along the way, you've already failed. When we begin to start looking at others and helping more people get free, then we in turn will get what we want automatically. That's the blessing that follows, if that makes sense. We need to begin to look at others and find ways to bless others with this great information, these income shifting strategies. And I guarantee you, if you do that, even though you've put your mask on, but if you choose to go out there and add value to others and show people the value, what you want will happen a lot faster. Number two, why is it important to chase your dreams? Chasing your dreams develop your courage. Courage is your fuel to achieve amazing success in life. Follow your dreams and exercise your courage, and sure enough, in time you will be unstoppable. That's why we have dreams. That's why we want to dream, because dreams, after we've processed these dreams, then we can start setting legitimate goals for ourselves. Number three, there is a reason why as kids we love magic and dreams. When you stop chasing your dreams, you will forget how it feels to be youthful and have hope in your life. When we don't have a dream and we're not chasing a dream, we forget how it feels, right? To be to live hopeful and young. And number 4, great dreamers grow to be independent, learning that they can make a difference all by themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be dreamers. We have to envision ourselves beyond where we are now. Our past does not have to equal our future. I remember having a conversation with Mr. Hill, and I was very transparent. And I just said, "Hey, I'm sick and tired of being stagnant in my finances. I'm 52 years old. I'm a retired vet." And he goes, "And you know, Mr. Hill don't play." Well, that's up to you, Scott. Are you sick and tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted? You need to start a business. So after I retired from the military, I did just that. I bought a semi truck. I leased it on with the largest trucking company in America. I started envisioning myself, how can I get free? How can I get beyond this situation? I started dreaming again, and it gave me a lot of hope. And I started writing goals down. So I bought this semi truck and I leased it on with the largest trucking company in America. And before you know it, I have a $1,200 debt I need to take care of. I have a $500 debt that I need to take care of. And then I'm going to make 3 payments on my BMW. I'm free. I'm debt free at that point. And then my buddy and I was dreaming also, and I set a goal for myself to put X amount of dollars in the bank every week. And then by this June, I will have over 50,000 in liquid cash. And I talked to Mr. Hill, and I set a goal for myself that in June, I'm going to take that money. I'm going to tell that money where I want it to go. And I'm going to put that on a green line investment. And Mr. Hill can tell you more about that. But let me show you this goals and dream sheet, okay? Let's pull this up. I'm going to share my screen with you real quick, okay? Or at least I'm going to attempt to. Share screen. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can somebody just say something to me?
Not yet.
Not yet.
How about that? Can you see that?
Not yet. Do you have screen sharing ability?
Yes, I thought I hit that. Let me go back to it. I'm sorry about that. Here. Okay, there we go. Share. All right. Let's pull this back up. Can you see that?
Roger
Yes.
that.
All right. This is a beautiful, beautiful sheet, right? This is their 6 steps to reaching your goals. Let me tell you something. I just alluded to it already. Without a dream, our goals are nothing. We need to start with the dream. We need to start with the dream. Where do you see yourself? When you think about success for yourself or where you want to be, what are the top 2 to 4 things that you think about? I want you to write those dreams down. Your dreams are different from mine. Mine are different from yours. Your dreams are different from Miss Stephanie Sanders. Yours are different from Moses. Your dreams are different from Tashia. You see what I'm saying? You need to write your specific goals or your dreams down. Where do you see yourself? And the reason why we want to write these down, ladies and gentlemen, none of us are promised anything. It's only by God's mercy and grace why we're even on here right now together. I just lost my dad last year in January, and he didn't fulfill all of his dreams. Even though he wrote some things down, there were some things that he didn't write down, and one of them was a book. My dad died with the book still in him because He knew he wanted to do it, but he didn't write it down. He didn't write it down. He was dreaming of it, but he didn't write that dream down. And secondly, most important, he didn't write the goals down and set a timeline for himself for that book. And my dad died with his dream still in him. He died with his goals that he never written down still in him. And unfortunately, some of you that heard me speak before know dang good and well that the cemetery is one of the most richest and wealthiest places on the planet, because people die every day with their goals in them. They die with their dreams still in them. They never act on them. They never take action on those. So this sheet right here allows us to be downright specific on what we want and the time frame in which we want to accomplish it. And I'm going to challenge each and every single one of you, when you're putting your dreams and importantly moving on to the second phase of this, which is the goals, I want you to aim a little high. Some of us are aiming right toward the center. And unfortunately, you're going to miss because you're not challenging yourself. You're not pushing yourself. When you set your goals, I want you to set those a little bit higher so you feel the work that it takes to climb that hill, to climb that mountain, to climb up out of the doldrums of life, to get and work for what it is that you want in your life. Where do you see yourself? And set a timeline. Always set a timeline. I wrote something called the 5-paragraph action plan. It's something based off of something that we used to operate in the military. Those of you that are in the military know that we operate off of a 5-paragraph operations order. And I use that concept. And if any of you want it, you can get with Mr. Hill or Terrence at the office and just say, hey, I want to get that information Scott talked about, and I'll share it with you. But let's set our goals high. Let's set our goals high. Because if we're shooting for the moon, even if we miss, guess what? We're going to be among the stars somewhere out there, but at least we're shooting high. And then lastly, and then I'll close with this. What is the purpose? What is your deep intrinsic reason why you want these things? What is it that's going to cause you to move? When I think about my goals and when I think about the dreams that I have, the reason why I move is because I'm reminded when I was in the 6th grade, I was embarrassed because for lunch, the teacher used to ask the students that had money in their pocket to come up with their lunch money. And then the teacher would ask, those of you that are on free and reduced lunches, raise your hand.
Why would she do that?
I asked the same question. And even in the 6th grade, I knew there was something very wrong with that. See, I don't want to ever have to go through embarrassment like that again. The reason why I move, my compelling reason why I do what I do, is because I didn't have underwear, fresh, clean underwear all the time in the 6th grade. I wore my female cousin's panties to school. She's 10 years older than me. And I would tie a knot in the side of those panties just to keep them up around my waist. And then I wouldn't go to the restroom because I was so embarrassed, because I didn't want somebody to see pink bunnies and flowers on the panties that I was wearing, because I didn't have underwear. See, the reason why I moved, my compelling reason why to move, is because I'm reminded of the time I wasn't going into the restroom, but during recess, I would sneak behind that smelly dumpster with the rotten milk and the lunch that was there the day before that was thrown away stinking, and I would go there just to relieve myself. The reason why I move is because I want to leave an inheritance. I want to leave something for my children. I have a 32-year-old, I have a 26-year-old, and a 19-year-old daughter. That's the reason why I moved, because we go through this life and we don't leave something for our children, and hopefully they follow suit, and we change this DNA, we change the way that we've been doing things for better, so that we can remap our DNA, our financial DNA, then the Bible tells us that we lack faith if we don't do that. That's why I move, ladies and gentlemen. I know hey, I'm being very transparent right now, but we have to write these things down, and we have to get serious about accomplishing these goals and dreams that we have. And this right here just puts it in front of you. It's a constant reminder. Put it on your refrigerator, put it in your car, on the inside of your sun visor, so that you can be reminded of this. And then form an accountability group with some people you know, love, and trust. Not too many now. I'm talking 2 to 4 people at best that can remind you to get moving when you don't have the energy or you feel you don't have the time. I hope I covered this good, guys. Hey, I'm just raw, right? So there's 6 steps right there, but start with your dream. Write your goal down, put a date to it, a realistic date to it, and then ask and search your soul why it is important that you accomplish this. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Thank you so much. And it's a blessing to be here with each and every single one of you. Thank you.